Jako sam uzbuđena što danas radim prvi intervju na engleskom i danas kao gosta imam doktora Aleksabelu. On nam dolazi iz Beverly Hillsa i klinički je psihijatar. Autor je 7 knjiga i pričat će o svom bestselleru Love Types ili ti tipovi ljubavi na jednom događaju u kući umetnica u subotu i jedva čekam to druženje. A sada da čujemo šta doktor ima da vam kaže kada su partnerski odnosi u pitanju. Hello, doctor. How are you?
Well, ciao.
Ciao. So, doctor, thank you for being here today. And I wanted to ask you, what is love types? Can you tell us more about that?
Love Types, I wrote a best-selling book called Love Types, and it's a system to help people discover their romantic style, their personality, and find someone who's compatible with them in a long-term relationship or marriage. Many times, there's what I call the dating masquerade. People put on a mask to cover up their personalities to impress the person. Once the mask comes off, then they're often incompatible and they have problems in relationships. This is a way to find the true person first.
But don't we all wear masks sometimes? I mean, is that really a big problem? Is that an issue? I mean, who can be 100% honest all the time in dating or relationships?
Well, but we're talking about something more than that, because let's say I'm an introvert. I like to stay home a lot. I don't like to go out. But in the beginning of the dating, I want to impress the person. So I go out and I start socializing like crazy. But then once we get married or live together, I stay home and watch television. And my partner's not happy because she's an extrovert. So the key is to be truthful to yourself and to your partner, or to find out and discover who they really are. And that's what we learn to do with Love Types, to ask simple questions to identify the right person.
And how to keep relationship happy?
Well, one thing that's very important is to treat them the way you treated them at the very beginning of the relationship. You know, the honeymoon stage, we call it, when everything's wonderful, you have roses and flowers, then you lose that. So you need to keep doing that. You know, have your date night out, spend time with them in loving, romantic ways, and also learn how to respect their personality. Like I said before, some people like to stay home, some people like to go out. But you can give each other what you need. The extrovert likes to go out and socialize. Maybe they can go out with some friends, and the person likes to stay home, the introvert, and you give them their spare time. It works out beautifully. Now, in Serbia, you told me that there are some problems in relationships. Tell me about those problems.
Well, I think men are generally shy and women approach more to men than men approach to women. I think that's the main issue. And people are not going out as much as they used to, so there is no, they don't have lots of chance of meeting each other. I'm not sure about dating apps. I don't know anyone that is using them, so not many opportunities to meet someone new. I think that's the biggest issue. But I wanted to ask you about love types. You were mentioning 16 love types, right?
Right. But before we get to that, let me answer your question. We're going to have a presentation on June 13th, 7 p.m.
Kuća umetnica is the place.
Yeah, exactly. And we're going to have people who are single to maybe meet each other. And we're going to teach them the 4 magic questions to identify their ideal love type. Maybe they can meet each other at the event and find their soulmate. Are you ready for the 4 magic questions?
I'm ready for 4 magic questions.
Question number 1 is, are you introvert or extrovert? Introvert people like to stay home, maybe a few friends. Extroverts like to go out and socialize. What is your favorite thing to do for fun, Anastasia?
Well, be with my friends and loved ones, definitely.
Okay, so
and doing something fun.
Okay, so you could be what I call the internal energy or introvert personality, and that's a good personality to have. But some people are more extrovert. Number 2 question is, are you a thinker or a feeler? Do you go make decisions by your head or your heart? What's your favorite movie or one that you liked, Anastasia?
First thing that comes at my mind is Gone Girl, because I love something that is unpredictable.
Okay, unpredictable. Yes. And what else did you like about it?
Well, it was smart. It was different than other movies. I don't know. I watched it a couple of times. It made me watch it a couple of times. So
okay,
stand out.
You said the word smart and different. That's a logical answer. So you are someone who likes to analyze things. You're very logical. Some people are more emotional. They go by their emotions and their feelings more. Question number 3. If you won $10 million, what would you do with the money?
I would share it with my friends. I would invest, and I would, of course, treat myself with something nice.
Okay. So you're what I call the practical personality. You're very realistic. you would save and invest. Also, maybe sensual, you like beautiful things, maybe travel or enjoy the pleasures of life. And finally, there's the question of you're invited tomorrow, Anastasia, to Paris, France, but you're working tomorrow. What would you do?
I would try to cancel my work plans and go to Paris, of course. Who can say no to Paris?
Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Are you a spontaneous person or are you a planner? Do you like to organize things?
I'm definitely a spontaneous person.
Okay,
Everyone who
perfect.
knows me knows that.
Okay. So based on those core questions, there are 16 love types. You asked me that earlier. Each
Yes,
was unique. You will maybe what I call the crafts person, someone that likes to do things with your hands, maybe outdoor sports. I think you mentioned you like to you shot guns one time, did to the
yes,
shooting range. Machines, things that you work with your hands, and also independent. You're an independent person. Does that sound a little bit like you?
yes. But I just wanted to ask you, I'm sorry to interrupt, but when you are saying about love types, so the persons need to have the same type. They need to be same in everything, or you match them regarding to answers. How does that work?
Question.
I'm
They don't have to
curious.
be exactly the same, but they need to be similar on the deep values, right? The deep preferences. For
Oh, sure.
example, if I'm an imaginative person, I want to create and I'm always thinking of big ideas, it's good to have someone like that. If I'm practical, I need maybe someone the same way that is realistic and saves money and understands that. Because if you're very different, there's more conflict and you fight more and disharmony. And it can still work, but you need to understand and respect each other's style. That's the difference. And that's what we're going to teach people. Even if you have a couple, we invite people who are couples and relationships, dating, want to know more about the relationship, how to get along better. We invite you to come Saturday night at 7 o'clock. If you're single and want to find a soulmate, also as well. And even married people can come. You say you've been married for a while and you're fighting all the time, right? You're having conflicts. We can help you as well.
Okay, so I saw on your Instagram, but you give amazing advices in relationship never mind if you're in a relationship or not, but you teach us how to deal with emotions, how to do some tricks, like let's say like that, to keep relationship fresh and to understand your partner better. So I think everyone needs to hear those advices, and I can't wait to see you on Saturday.
And also, Anastasia, the key is to speak in the language of the other person. For example, the emotional person likes the language of emotion, like romance, flowers, candies, I love you, being
Attach.
empathetic, putting yourself in their shoes. The logical person likes to analyze. They like to have debate. They have to have a little sarcasm or repartee. They like to do things logically speaking, and that's how they express love. So you need to speak in the other person's language, your partner's language, and they need to speak in yours. And you can
That's
do that. You
amazing
can have
advice.
a great relationship. So tell us now. I said you're going to be there, right, at my event, and bring your friends, of course.
Of course.
And tell us more about where it is, how that they can find it.
Kuća umetnica se nalazi na Dorćolu, tamo se družimo 13. juna u 7 uveče. Doktor će biti tu i bit će spreman za sva vaša pitanja i za druženje. And doctor, I have just one more question for you. I'm curious, we will talk about that, of course, on Saturday, but I wanted to know when a person's start relationship, should they in the start, act like themselves, or should they just a little bit, use tactics and take it slowly, not discover everything about them in first day?
Well, Anastasia, there is a word in English that we call authenticity, which is being true to yourself. What do you call that? How do you say that in Serbian? Authenticity.
Autentičnost.
That's it. So
Similar.
exactly. So if I'm a person who is very spontaneous, I like to do things and change plans and be flexible. I need to be that way at the beginning because a partner may be very structured. They may be schedule oriented. It may make them mad if I'm very spontaneous and they're not, or vice versa, if I'm structured and they're spontaneous. But you can learn how to work with your differences. But the key is to be authentic, to be who you are, because you attract the love that resonates with your harmony and who you are. And that's very important. Does that make
That's
sense?
advice. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, since I have a lot of single friends and my girlfriends that are younger than me, and I try to give them advices since my dating was 15 years ago, and it's kind of different for me, but you give great advice.
Thank
So
you.
Thank you
And by
so
the way,
much.
this event is free. There's no charge. We're doing this to help the community. I'm going to have books available if people want to pick up a book. And we're going to be there from 7 to 9 p.m. And if they want to reserve a space, they can do it at Love Type, LOVETYPE, the number 4, letter U at AOL.com.
Love type, love tipe, pa broj 4, at, right? At aol.com, ali ispisat ću ja to ovde svakako na ekranu. Događaj će biti besplatan u subotu i pozivamo sve vas da dođete, da se družimo, pričamo i saznamo neverovatne savete koje će nam doktor Avila ispričati. Dakle, još jednom da ponovim da će događaj biti potpuno besplatan i dešavat će se u kući umetnica koja se nalazi na Dorčulu, Gospodar Jevremova 25. Vidimo se tamo u subotu u 7 uveče.
And one more thing, Anastasia.
Yes?
Hvala volim ljude iz Srbije.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you so much. We are
you
so
so much.
happy to have you here.
We'll see you then Saturday night.
Okay, thank you so much. See you. Bye-bye.